Good morning, friends. Stacy here with Hen House Blossoms. I got Paisley hanging out with me in the garden this morning, so I figured it was time to do some garden updates because it's been a while since I've done a update of what's going on, how everything's going. So we're gonna pop on over to the gardens. I'm gonna show you how progress is on everything we've put in the ground so far this year. Oh, here comes Nash photobombing us.
Nash, what are you doing?
Nash. I guess Nash wants to be in there too. All right, ready for some updates? Here we go. So before we can head out to the garden and I can show you what's going on out there, I thought it was probably now would be a good time to give you an update on the snapdragons that I did from seed. So if you remember, I was keeping them indoors because when I started them, it was still pretty chilly at night and I was afraid that it just wasn't going to be warm enough for them. So I had them on the seed heating mat, and I don't have grow lights. I haven't invested in those yet. So I took a chance on just putting them in a window, rotating the box. After about 2 or 3 days, we had more than warm enough days outside here that I went ahead and moved them outside. The daytime and nighttime temperatures were more than warm enough to accommodate them. So I moved them outside. And you ready for the update? Ready for it? Here goes. Nothing. So, snapdragons aren't in the cards for me this year. You will see when we head out to the garden that I do have 3 cut flower variety snaps that I did purchase from a local store. So I will have some, just not a lot. So I do need to figure out something I can put in the ground to fill in those spots kind of quickly. So it is, what is today? It is June 25th. It's a warm one. You can see first thing in the morning, my kiddos are already out enjoying the pool. So let's head out to the garden and get those updates. Again, I know this is supposed to be about my cut flowers, but look at my veggie garden. Look at how happy everything is. I'm so excited. Actually, these 2 basil plants here are going to actually be for my cut flowers. I got a lemon basil and a cinnamon basil. So I've actually got those to be part of my cut flower variety. Hindsight, I should have planted them in the row so that they would get the drip. They're part of my morning watering routine now. But updates on the drip system, it is working. It is working fantastic. I am really, 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 really glad we did that. With the drip, we're running it about between 10 and 15 minutes in the morning. Again, with the zinnia bed here, I'm not watering that one as often, so I can just come in and turn these valves off, and they are not getting water for that day. So I'm just kind of keeping an eye on them to see how often they're needing a little watering, but they don't require as much watering. So I love that I have those valves. I can turn those off. Yesterday, the remaining pieces came for us to go ahead and put the drip in the sunflower bed. So you can see how that is working out as well, delivering water right to the base of all the plants. So drip, super, super easy. Highly recommend doing it. So that is the update on the drip system. It looks like everything's actually very thoroughly watered. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that guy off real quick, and then we'll continue with our updates. Okay, so now that you know the updates on the snap situation, I do still have 4 snaps that I want to move to my front flower bed. Just have not had the chance to do that yet. I am going to actually keep these in here. These have been getting tall enough that I've been able to cut them and use them in a couple of arrangements. So even though they're not technically cut flower variety, they're still getting a long enough stem on them that I can use them. So I think I'm going to keep those in the bed for now. These are the 3 that I do need to transplant. Truck going by. All right, and then these are the 3 cut flower snapdragons that I picked up at a local nursery. I picked these up at local homestead. So I will at least have some cut flower variety snaps. I was talking about going to see if they possibly had any more left. And then my husband was like, "You're spending a lot of money on flowers. And I said, but flowers make me happy. And he said, I know, that's why I haven't said anything. So I think I won't pick any more up for now. That does not rule out me looking at any seeds potentially to pop in those empty spots, because seeds are cheap. Okay, dahlia updates. So let me come around to the other side here. I am tickled pink. All of the dahlia tubers that we put in are coming up. I'm very excited about that. So these are dahlia tubers I put in the ground a little bit ago. You can see there's one popping up over there. This guy's coming up. That one, all of them, every single one of them have broken ground and are coming up. So I'm super, super excited about that. So thoughts on the dahlias. I love this variety here. I mean, gosh, look how stunning that is. The stems are getting very nice and long on them, nice and sturdy. I will have to look up and see what the varieties are on each of these. Maybe I'll try and pop that onto the screen if I actually have the variety names. I'm fairly pleased with this one as well. It's not a huge bloom on it, but it's still getting a decent stem length that I can use. And again, it's so early in the season. You know, God willing, these are all going to get nice and tall and full and produce big blooms. This one is absolutely stunning as well. Starting to get some longer stem length on that. Now, these guys here, in all honesty, these were in a grouping, and it was literally just labeled dahlia mix. So you can see these varieties aren't getting quite as big and bushy as these down here. You know, they're still getting beautiful blooms to them, but I'm not getting super long stem lengths that I can do anything with them. That may change. Hopefully that will change, but again, the point of this channel is to show you how things are going so far. I'm definitely not crazy about this one, which is just more of a, I don't know, like it's just got a single row of petals on it. It's not the nice big full dahlias like those guys down there. So I'm hoping I can actually maybe track down what these varieties are. Chances are I would not put these particular ones in my cut flower next year. I may dig up the tubers and relocate them to somewhere else in my garden to save room in here for actual cut flowers. As Dale says, my parsley is doing fantastic. It does kind of look like parsley or the tops of carrots. So these are the Cosmos. You can see we're getting a lot of height to them. And in all honesty, they would look pretty in a bouquet just as greenery like this, but they should start producing flowers at some point. So we have some there. These little guys in the front, I'm hoping are not going to get completely shaded out. These are the ones that didn't take. Got some weeds in there. Let's get that guy out of there. These are the ones that the seeds did not take originally, so we came back in and added some more seeds. They should still get afternoon to evening sun. You can see the sun comes up over here, so they're shaded in the morning, but they should still get enough sunlight. So hopefully they're going to be okay. But no blooms on those yet. I guess they're putting a lot of energy into getting nice and strong. All right, heading over here to the zinnia beds. Again, I realized that a lot of the varieties I purchased originally were not supposed to be for cut flowers. So I'm still enjoying these guys. You can see I am getting some somewhat long stems on them. If I'm able to find the varieties, again, I will pop it on the screen here. You could also see those little beetles. They're doing some damage to my plants, quite a bit of damage. So Paisley and I have been coming out at night and trying to pick off as many of them as we can. This fall, I will definitely be treating our property for beetles. So for now, we're just kind of dealing with it the best way we can. They're not doing so much damage that I am not getting blooms. And the reality is they're only going to last for a short period of time and then they're done. Now the spaces in between these guys though, these are the seeds that we put in that are cut flower varieties. I think these are Binary Giants, and I can't remember what the other variety was that I planted, but hopefully these will all pop up and we will get nice big cut flower varieties out of all of these. Some of our actual cut flower variety zinnias, you can see these are Binary Giants, and I'm really kind of not sure what's going on with these guys. I'm not sure why they are opening up and looking so dry. I keep trying to figure that out. You know, they're getting what seems to be enough water. Maybe experimentally I should give them a little more water to see what happens. But in general, getting nice, tall, big plants. All right, moving on down. Again, these are technically not cut flower variety plants, but all these little guys popping up in between them will be. They may end up overshadowing them, that's fine. You know, I'm trying to cut as many blooms off of these as possible still to use. Oddly enough, this is very interesting. Look at this. So we got all these varieties, and then we have this guy here, which I am 99% sure is the same as that one over there. This one, I'm getting nice long stems too. So I'm not sure what I did different, that this one seems to be producing nice big long stems. So again, technically not cut flower varieties. They're still gorgeous. Is that a honeybee we have in there? Yep, we have a bee in there. The pollinators are enjoying them. I'm still enjoying them. I've been getting a lot of little bud vases out of these guys. No, yeah, we can see them better. That makes me happy. We're getting some bees in there. That's a good thing. So overall, zinnias, not doing too bad. I'm definitely getting some blossoms out of them they love, but you can definitely see the difference in the cut flower variety of those tall Benaries versus these guys here, which are kind of more for home garden bed use. Popping over to the sunflowers. Aiden and I are gonna have to get out today and put another succession in. We are right here. We have this much left for a succession of sunflowers, so we'll try and get out here today and put a few more in. But in general, look at our sunflower bed. It's looking fantastic. And again, we have the Velvet Queen in this first little section here. We have Indian Blanket over here. And it's so funny, we love to joke around because in the morning you can see they're all facing the sun. And then in the afternoon they're all facing the opposite direction, you know, because they're following the sunlight going around. We're like, it's kind of like satellite dishes, and they're just like working their way around. This is the Autumn Beauty. And then coming on down the line, we have the Red Sun. So something tells me, now that these guys are on drip and they're gonna be getting a little bit more water, that they will probably start going pretty crazy. So here's an overall view of what we have going on. Not too bad, I'd say, for my first year. I have definitely learned a lot. A lot. I am still enjoying what I do have in the ground, even though everything's not perfect. That's okay. I truly am finding ways to still enjoy all the things that we have done so far. And really and truly, I love that the kids are coming out here and doing this with me. It's so fun. I mean, even if it's Paisley coming out at 9 o'clock at night and we're picking beetles off plants, or Aiden was out here last night helping me with the drip system. I mean, this has just been a really fun project for our family. And that's it for updates today. I came back over to sit in the shade of our lilac bush so I can just give some final words. So things are humming along. Things are going okay. Again, I didn't anticipate everything being perfect. This is my first year doing this, and no matter how many videos I watched, I still made mistakes. So hopefully with any kind of luck, you guys are maybe thinking about starting your own beds and you can watch what I'm doing, learn from my mistakes. Let me know in the comments below if you have any hints or suggestions. Maybe you can tell me how to get my snaps to germinate better next year. I mean, obviously, if I started them indoors and did them under grow lights, they probably would have gone better. But I was late getting things started, didn't have the grow lights. I took a chance on it. A pack of seeds is what, $2-3? I was willing to take the risk. Or if you have any suggestions of what I could put where the snaps were supposed to go, again, they'd be a little late getting started. I would preferably not want to be buying plants because that's a little out of my budget range, but I have no problem picking out a couple of packets of seeds and tossing them in the ground. So in general, I feel like everything's going okay. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Again, the kids are helping me out. I love coming out in the morning and picking some flowers. I took 3 mason jars full of flowers to work yesterday. Gave one to my boss because she was teasing me. There's one other gal at my work that does a lot of flower gardening, and she says, I find it funny that I've been getting lots of flowers from Linnea, but I haven't gotten any flowers from Stacy's garden yet. Hint, hint. So we picked some flowers and put a nice little jar of them up on her desk. And we have 2 cutting counters. Again, I work at a quilting store. So we have 2 cutting counters there. I've gone ahead and done little bundles for each of the cutting counters. So I am enjoying sharing the fruits of our labor. I can only put so many of them in my house, but yes, I do have them in every room in the house. I have them in the bathrooms, I have them in the bedrooms, I have them in the dining room, I have them on my sun porch. And I love it. I absolutely love it. They bring just a little bit of joy to every room in the house. So all in all, I'm going to say success in that I'm happy with what's going on and I'm loving learning. So that's it for today's updates. As I have more updates, I will throw them your way. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram as well. I'm doing a little more daily small things, like all the bouquets I'm doing on a daily basis. You can find me on Instagram at Henhouse Blossoms. I also created a Facebook page, again, that I'm just posting some daily pictures. So they're not entailed updates like this. They're just more daily happenings around the farm here. So I will see you on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.